Hello troops, how you doing? Welcome to the video. So this video is going to be about how not to fuck it up over the weekend, how to stay on track over the weekend. There's going to be a leg day involved there, plus a new gaff tour because I'm in Palermo, Italy. So, me and Laura Marie are just on our way to the gym to go and start doing legs. So, take you along the way, I'll show you some of the exercises in there. I'll not show you my full leg day, I'll maybe get into that in a later video. But anyway, we're going to go head to the gym right now. See you there. What's happening troops? So it happened again. We've walked up to do leg day and the gym is shut. Still trying to work out quite exactly what days the gyms are open here. But know what, fuck it, shit happens. We'll just do legs tomorrow anyway. But right, what we're going to do right now is just try and get some content for the old Instagram. Hello troops, so we're back again with yet another attempt at this vlog. So you should have just seen the clips from yesterday. How we went to the gym and it wasn't even open, but know what, fuck it. Anyway, me and Laura Marie went a big huge trek around Palermo. It took us about 3 to 4 hours and we got 18,000 steps in, so it was good. But today we're going to go and attempt this leg day again. This is actually the third time attempting to make this video, believe it or not, and attempting to hit legs. But you know what, let's just get right into this anyway. So we're going to head to the gym again, take you along the way and show you the leg day. So, you're not going to believe this, the gym is shut again. This is the third time we've tried to do legs and it's not been open. Great mate, great. If we'll come tomorrow, I guess I'll see you in tomorrow's clip. What's happening troops? So it's take 3 of this leg day. We're going to go jump on a scooter right now. It's actually the next day because obviously the gyms are shut. And we're going to get Laura Marie driving. Piping. What's happening troops? So there you guys just seen Laura Marie scooting by on a wee scooter. This is me on the back here, Laura Marie driving to here and we didn't crash, so it did go all good. Now, in the gym, I didn't get to film too much of the leg day because we went there at a very busy time. It was like peak time. So I just got a video of one exercise, it's a leg press. This gym isn't too well equipped, I must admit, but it has enough to make do with, so it's fine. So I actually didn't like to look at this leg press to start with because it's one of the machine ones, but it actually loads up pretty heavy. On this was like 80 kg, which is not too bad. But what I wanted to get into is, see, because I'm just starting my programme, I'm not going super heavy, right? I'm basically training with 3 reps in reserve to start, and I'm going to build up my intensity over the next coming weeks. So, just finished, well not just finished, we actually finished a leg workout and then went to get some groceries. Laura Marie's carrying the bag because she's whipped, aren't you babe? But aye, so we're basically about to get some groceries there. So one thing we've noticed since being in Italia is all Italians do is eat Italian food. Seriously, like every supermarket, the most stuff you're finding is like risotto, pizza, pasta, then a ton of fish. We could not find rice, like literally just rice. What the fuck? And then we were trying to find like a sauce to use for chicken and rice. Maybe like an Indian style sauce, maybe a Chinese style curry sauce. Any sort of curry sauce, and we could not find any, so fuck knows what's going down there. Anyway, we're going back to the gaff and we're going to go make some scran. Maybe you guys want in the vlog. And then, aye, that's basically what's going down. So, I guess I'll show you once. In fact, you know what? I'm not going to show you this food because you know what a wrap looks like with chicken's going to be pretty basic. I'll come back and touch on me tomorrow and we're covering how to not fuck it over the weekend. Bye. Now we're going into the apartment tour. So I thought over this I would just use this time to cover kind of what I was talking about in my previous voice note because that was a very short clip. So yes, I'm training at 3 reps in reserve basically because I don't want to go and start my programme with the same intensity I'm going to end it with because realistically it's going to be hard to maintain that throughout a full programme, and also should you be starting as hard as you should be finishing? I don't believe so. There's a couple of kind of reasons why, but let's just say the main reason is to make sure I'm progressing as much as possible. So right now I'm obviously recovering from being ill, if you've been following me, and I've definitely been feeling weaker. But anyway, training at the 3 reps in reserve, right, starting a new programme after a week deload. After that session, I'm not feeling too sore today, too tight or anything like that, but I'm noticing a slight bit of kind of stiffness in there. So basically with the whole 3 reps in reserve, the whole point of it is when you first start a new plan with new exercises, new movements, new rep ranges, etc, The stimulus is going to be probably more than enough to start with, to give you some sort of growth or some sort of development, especially again after having that week off. And then as the weeks go on throughout your program, you essentially pick up the intensity as you go along, basically giving your body more reason to change, more reason to change, more reason to change. As well as that, so the first kind of 4 weeks I'll kind of build up to the intensity that I want to kind of train at, and then after that, throughout my program, I'll then build up the overall load and workload I'm doing throughout that, and then therefore, again, I'm giving the muscle more reason to change all the time. Now, hopefully you enjoyed this wee apartment tour. The last wee bit has gone in the room. I didn't want to kind of show Laura Marie. She was lying in bed. Here's me, give a wee peace sign, and then I do a wee quick scan over the bed so you can't see her because she was hiding. So, what's happening? It's the next morning, and now I'm going to give you some tips on how to stay on track over the weekend. And these are tips that I use pretty much every weekend. I'll always focus on doing these to make sure I kind of hit the minimums that I need to do, because I've always found the weekend is where most people go way off track. They'll do amazing Monday to Thursday, Friday will come, they'll do good during the day, and then before you know it, Friday night they're out having food with their pals and eating wild foods, or maybe they're out drinking and then the next day they're rough and eat all sorts of shit, or whatever it may be, right? So the weekend is where most people struggle. If you conquer the weekend, staying on track, it should become super easy for you, right? Because let's face it, midweek is a candle. So I've got these tips, I'll put them down in a kind of order that I think is probably most important, but maybe some are easy for you, some are harder for others. So just listen to all the tips all the way through, and maybe one will help you out, maybe a few will help you out. But anyway, let's get into it. Tip number 1 is going to be one of my favourites to do: schedule a gym day for over the weekend. Now, this is so good for multiple reasons, right? One, because I love going to the gym, hopefully you do as well. But what I find is, see if you go to the gym on Saturday or Sunday, right? So first of all, if you're going on Saturday, it's going to keep you off at Friday night. Cool, so you're already halfway through the weekend, you're fine. Also, going to the gym, because you went to the gym and worked out and done all the hard work, you kind of feel like you'd be letting yourself down, going and getting off track. You're like, alright, well, I've already got this far, no point fucking that up now. Right, so I find going and hitting a gym session during then kind of keeps you a little bit more motivated up here. If you've maybe not got any gym days scheduled for the weekend, right, boys, go hit an arm session, smash your arms. What's up with that? I mean, the next arm day is going to be well better than you going out and getting on it for your results, obviously. If you're a female, go up, maybe do an all glute day, glute focus day, maybe add in some cardio, whatever it may be. Add in an all training day. It doesn't need to be day 2, just add in a training day over the weekend and it'll help you stay on track. Tip number 2, and it's a very underrated one, is first of all, getting your water intake in, right? Drinking enough water is going to help you so many ways, right? But the most important one is it's going to keep you satiated, it's going to stop you craving pure shitty foods, right? So getting enough water, again, aim for that 3 litres minimum every day. And the second part of that is staying active. Don't just sit and watch Netflix all weekend. If you're somebody who just sits about all weekend, make sure first thing in the morning you get up and you go for an hour walk in the morning, and again you'll be fine, right? So drinking water and staying active, they two are going together because they're very small tips, but they go a very long way. Number 3, and this is again one that I live by, right? Having a high protein breakfast at the weekend, right? Now this is good for so many reasons as well. The main one is going to give you a head start on getting your protein intake for the day, right? Boys, I recommend you have about a 50 gram protein breakfast. Females, 30 to 40 grams, okay? Now, the reason for this is again because it gives you a head start on hitting your protein goal for the day. Throughout the weekend, let's say you're probably going to be on the go, maybe eating out, whatever it may be. Protein is going to be the hardest macronutrient to get in. So if you get a lot of protein in the morning with your breakfast, it's going to make it so much easier to hit your daily protein goal. There's tons of ways you can do this. Get creative and even let me know them. Maybe comment them down below if you've got any good suggestions. And if you're struggling for ideas, actually check my other YouTube videos and you'll see plenty. Tip number 4, following that one, again it's a protein based one, is plan out how you're going to hit your protein intake for the day. It just says there, it's really hard to get protein in when you're eating out and about, etc. So make sure you're planning out how you're going to get protein in for the day, right? So I've got a couple of tips. So your high protein breakfast, right? I'm going to do a space in the guy. Say you're a guy, high protein breakfast, right? So you've got 50 grams of protein. Then say you have a shake through the day. Let's just say 1 scoop, right? So let's call it 25 grams of protein. You're at 75 grams. Then if you add in a grenade bar as well, There you go, you're at 95 grams of protein for the day. For most people that's going to be about 2/3 of the protein intake for the day. And then at night time, go out for a Black Rooster, Nando's, Pepe's. All these sort of things are all high protein meals, are very tasty and very easy to get them in. They might be a wee bit high calorie, so maybe don't go for the fucking, I don't know, the worst option essentially, right? Go for the cleanest option you can. Still going to be tasting amazing, okay? So they are very simple things to do, right? And if you're somebody who craves like a kind of takeaway at the weekend, if you're going for a takeaway, right, they're going to be the hardest and highest calorie ones, right? But here's my recommendations on what to do when you're going for them. First of all, if you love a Chinese, cool, don't well, go for boiled rice, just curry sauce, and obviously a chicken curry. So boiled rice, there's curry sauce in there, and there's chicken and onions, right? The chicken will be no doubt cooked in oil. There's not much you can do about that, right? The sauce will be high in calories. The rice will be just simply boiled rice, so it's going to be a kind of lower option for you. When you're going for Indian food, it's a wee bit different because they use a lot of oils and ingredients in their cooking and stuff like that as well, and in their sauces. But again, I would recommend you go for just some sort of chicken and rice variation, okay? There's going to be a rice in there, the chicken, and then the sauce, but their sauce will be, depending on what one you go for, a wee bit higher calorie. So for example, if you go for a creamier sauce, like a Buna, I believe, it's got like yogurt and stuff like that, so it's a bit higher calorie. But if you go for a more spicy sauce, it's got less like yogurts and thickeners in it, it's more kind of runny. They're going to be your better option, but it might be a bit too spicy for you. But anyway, just some ideas that I would recommend you stay away from Chinese and Indians because it's very hard to guess the calories. But Nando's, Black Rooster, Pepe's, etc. easy to guess them, no problem at all. Tip number 5 is just for people who are cutting. If you're cutting, plan out how you're going to hit your calories for the day, because the biggest issue will be at the weekend is you going over your calories, so make sure you plan it out, okay? You're just going to have to take that fucking bit of determination, write it down ahead, so maybe when you wake up Saturday morning, put it into MyFitnessPal what you're going to have that day, try and spread out your meals as much as you possibly can and stick with them. Right now, if you're cutting again, this is a short-term goal that you've got to focus on and prioritise, so maybe giving up some stuff at the weekend is what you're going to have to do to achieve your goal. You can make things fit, but again you're going to have some sacrifice to achieve your goal right now. Tip number 6 is going to be a very important one again. Enjoy it. Make sure you have fun over your weekend, okay? So what I recommend you do is have a bit more fun with your calories. If you're cutting, maybe add in some more snacks, maybe make some better meals, some takeaways, whatever it may be, but enjoy it, okay? Like if you're being very strict and very on the ball Monday to Friday, let yourself go loose a wee bit at the weekend. Again, don't maybe worry so much about getting the most healthiest meals in. Just make sure you stick with your calorie goals and your macronutrient goals, and you'll get a hell of a long way. Maybe not the healthiest, but again, it'll help you stay on track. If you do these as a minimum, you'll be golden and you'll get really, really far, and honestly, you will get a long way. So stick with these simple rules, right? Maybe write these down, plan it out for your next weekend, and I guarantee you see some success from this. A bonus tip is going to be one that probably a lot of you don't want to hear, but is try and avoid drinking alcohol, right? So drinking alcohol has, obviously it's fun, right? We all know it's fun, done it a lot myself, whatever, but see when it comes to you getting results, mostly cutting, right? It's going to fuck you up so much. It also does affect you when you're bulking because maybe you can't eat the next day. I'll basically explain it, right? So see when you're drinking alcohol, basically your body prioritises dealing with the alcohol first and not like your protein, carbs, fats. So you're basically not getting enough nutrients into your body throughout that, right? So that's the first thing. Secondly, obviously when you get drunk, end of the night you're maybe like, oh, let's get a fucking chippy, let's get whatever. Eating food's going a bit wild, you've got kind of no self-control when you're drunk, so it kind of fucks you up that way, right? Secondly, you've got the next day when you're feeling rough, nobody wants to sit and prepare all their meals and eat healthy and all that sort of stuff. Everybody wants that, like McDonald's breakfast, let's go. If you're from the East End of Glasgow, upper crust as well, you know. But anyway, it just fucks you up in so many ways, right? You can drink and get results, so if you want to see that video, comment down below and I will make that video for you because it's a topic in itself. But if you can, try and avoid it and you will feel better for it and you'll see much better results for that. So, if you've not already, please be sure to subscribe and leave a comment if you have any questions down below. Also, likes are appreciated. And I recommend check out one of these videos next. Thanks for watching, bye bye.